NFL Week 3, Underdog, let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Cake, back with an Underdog pick'em video. I got 3 picks for you here on Week 3 NFL. Lines have moved a little bit, but I still think we could take advantage of it and get after a few plays that I still think are too low, and we'll dive right into it. If you don't have that Underdog account, you want to join in, use that promo code CashKeg and get yourself a free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. It is that simple. And also, if you are a first-time depositor over at Underdog and you use that code, follow the instructions over on our website or in the description below. You also get a free month of our Elite, where you'll get all of our pick slips and tools. We have tools for Underdog as well. So with that, let's dive in. Let's talk some plays. All right, Underdog Fantasy Pick'em is up on the board here. We're going to find 3 plays that we like here. There's one that I've talked about all week. Early in the week, the line has moved about, I think since I posted it, like 5 yards, but I still like it. We're going to talk about it. I still think it's very much in play, and it hasn't moved enough. And that is talking about Devon Achane. Devon Achane, you know, is going to see so many targets this game. You know, with no Tua, with him being out, it's just going to open up, you know, a ton of targets here for Skylar Thompson with the ball. We saw it a ton in the fourth quarter when he was playing, when he probably shouldn't have been playing. But with no Tua there, and Skylar Thompson with the ball, and we have, it looks like Raheem Mostert is doubtful, which, again, we should see all the work in the world for Achane. And 29.5 reception yards is just absolutely too low here. He's had 76 and 69 in his first 2 games. He's had 7 targets each of those first 2 games and caught 7 balls, both of them. So if you wanted to go receptions at 4, I'm fine with that. And then reception yards, though, is where I want to be at. I think he's just going to continue to get peppered with targets, and it just feels too light. You know, I'm perfectly fine, honestly, playing this thing up to around 40. So I think it is that light, and the projection is just too stinking low. And, you know, again, it's one that's moved already, but one I'm perfectly fine taking advantage of, even though it's moved 4 yards since I posted it inside of our Discord early in the week. Again, if you want access to these videos before I post them here, make sure you get access to Elite. I post all of our videos at least a half hour to an hour before I release them on to the public, just so if we have any lines that move, our Elite subscribers get access to them. So first one there, Devon Achane, 29.5 reception yards. Second one, we're going to go over to Jordan Mason. Man, San Francisco is absolutely beat up. No Christian McCaffrey again, but also no Deebo Samuel, no George Kittle. And they're favorites here, right? On the road. The Rams are beat up as well. They don't have Puka, you know, they don't have Cup. And it's one of those things where, imagine if you bought tickets to this game and were so pumped to watch all these stars on both sides of it, and all of them are hurt. I mean, that's 5 really superstars, if you want to count Puka, you know, coming to his second year, that are just hurt. So I think they're just going to end up riding Jordan Mason here. I mean, that's what they've been doing even when they had Deebo and Kittle the last 2 games, 28 and 20. Now this line has moved, you know, to a point where it's at 20.5 rushing attempts. I'm perfectly fine going that or rushing yards, right? And he's put up 100 and 147 rushing yards those first 2 games. And it's a spot where we might continue to see just a ton of running, right? So I think that's where you're going to land here. You're going to land at rushing attempts at 20.5, or this rushing yards at 95.5. Or if you want to go touchdown, I think he gets in the box. They just don't have hardly anybody left. So he should be heavily involved here, pounding the rock. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw 25 rush attempts out of him in this game, especially if they have success with it. You know, if they stack the box and make Purdy beat him, I could see that as well. But I still think that O-line can get enough push where Mason's been running so well I think they'll just continue to push him. So again, I think your rush attempts are great. I think rushing yards are fine. And then your safest bet, if you want to go here, is this rushing and receiving touchdown. Of course, it's a 0.76x. So just keep that in mind for Jordan Mason. And then the last one we're going to go to, we've been all over this one the first 2 weeks. And as long as A.J. Brown is out, I'm not getting away from it at all. DeVonta Smith, 5.5 receptions, 0.89x. I'm fine with this. This is where I want to be at. We saw Atlanta and Green Bay, 10 and 8 targets. Talked about a lot in this offense, this new offense this year. His position just is a focal point, being in the slot there. Now, with A.J. Brown being out, it just kind of opens it up even more. And, you know, he didn't get a ton of targets early in the game, but later in the game, you know, against Atlanta, where they ended up losing by 1. I don't know how they lost the game. Just horrible time management. Saquon missing that ball just absolutely killed them. If he would have caught that ball, it would have been over. But he didn't. He missed it. So they should come out here. Should be a good game against going into the Saints, who have just put up offense, just a ton of offense this year. And should be a fun game for them to play. But again, I think DeVonta Smith's going to continue to get peppered with targets. Again, as you can see here, 7 of 8 that first game against Green Bay down in Brazil, and then against Atlanta, 7 of 10 here. There's another one that's pretty interesting that if you wanted to play something a little different, I do like this rushing and reception first downs. I do like these kind of funky ones over here at Underdog. And if you kind of look at that first down at 3, first 2 games, he has 5 and 4. So generally he's catching the ball over the first down mark. So I do think that's a good play. If you think he's going to catch 6 balls, I can see at least 3 of them being for first downs. So that might even be a safer play. Maybe you only get you 5 receptions, but 4 of them go for first down. So you get, again, 5 and 4 the first 2 games for rushing and reception first downs. And so that's another play if you don't want to take the lower multiplier and you want a regular multiplier to get 6x here. I'm perfectly fine taking DeVonta Smith here at higher than 3 rushing and receptions. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. Again, it should be a fun Sunday. If you don't have that account, again, make sure you join. Use that promo code CashKeg. You get yourself that free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. It is that easy. And also, first-time depositors, follow the instructions in the description below or over at dailyedgesports.com. Hit that free offer and follow the instructions, and you will also get a free month of our Elite, which includes all of our picks and slips and everything we have to offer. Massive college football day, Friday and Saturday. We were just all over it. I think the ones I gave out Saturday ended up going 7-1 in the plays that I gave out. Hudson Card, man, I gotta tell you, that Purdue offense, I live about 45 minutes from there. Whew, man, Purdue fans are gonna start getting a little upset, but that was horrific. Their offense is horrific. So anyways, with that, appreciate you guys. Enjoy your NFL. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.